Caesar, one more say something. It goes beyond that. Men should, specifically black men, should not be laying with any woman that they don't want see to start a family with. It goes to that level too. But men aren't doing that. They're sleeping with, oh, I'm attracted to her. I don't want a family with her.
I just want to hit and run. Like what? And
men go after what they can catch. They get what they can catch.
I just saw a video of a woman even saying she didn't feel like it was her responsibility to disclose her HIV status. Right. Like baby is like a small part of it. It's so many other things too that can be taken. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing that, that's supposed to be between two people who are into each other. They know each other. Like I just feel like this whole intimacy thing, we're just way too lax with it. Like way too lax. Most of y'all, if a person was running, you wouldn't even go hug him because he's sweating. You wouldn't even go hug her because she's sweating. But you would get in the bed with him and he sweat on you. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah. I understand. You will have a baby. You have no problem having a baby with a guy you don't know, but you don't want to marry him. That's a lot of black women today.
I think that they're not. I think that if a woman is with a man, I would blame the woman. If a man is with a woman and he doesn't want to blame, I think it goes both sides. It's hard to say because obviously it's a case-by-case situation. But at the end of the day, you have two people who have had a child. They need to work it out as best as possible for that child. And let's just say worst case scenario, they cannot work it out for the child to live. They need to at least co-parent well for the child. Sometimes it ain't about you. It's about the kid, right? And some people are co-parenting. Remember when we like to co-parent a lot, and not co-parent, but cohabitate. So those people are also in that study. They're not married. They may live together. They have kids. They're raising their children together. They may have multiple kids together, but they're not married. So they're also going to be in that unwed percentage. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say that if somebody is just giving their bodies up and not expecting marriage, it's still going to affect the black woman more, and she needs to change that.
I would agree that the responsibility does weigh more heavily on the women as far as that, whether we like it or not. Some men don't want women with children, and like you said, your time. When you have a child, your priority is being a mom at that point, right? So there are going to be some times where you have to put yourself to the side to make sure that kid is okay. So you're right. A lot of the responsibility does fall on the woman, but that's why it's important for women to choose men who are, even if y'all don't get along with each other as far as, okay, it's not going to work like this, but y'all got to come and go. And that come and go is to make sure this one, the little kid, is successful. Sometimes that's what it has to be. At the end of the day, it's about the kid. That's what it's about. Working it out for the child.
And guess what? Yes.
That's what we gotta do.
And guess what? The black woman, I want the black woman to win. That's why I'm on here. That's why I'm having this conversation with you guys. And I'm hearing that the women, our elder women, are not giving black women the correct information. They're sitting out here without a pedal.
Well, I think that it depends on the black woman you're getting the information from, right? So I what I've noticed too is people only know what they have grown to like what works for them, right? Is so. If you are, when you see, I think it was you who said, oh, there are women in the comments saying, get it, sister, because that more than likely them get it sisters are the same women who think like that sister. You know what I'm saying? Because the women who don't think like that be like, oh, excuse me? That's, no ma'am. So even the comments can have trifling people, if that makes sense. And they may legit, have you ever had a conversation with these people? They be like, you tell a woman, hey, you shouldn't do this, especially sexually. They will go to bat with you a while. They so strong in their beliefs. You can't control my body. Who policing my? That's their belief. And all you can do is say, hey, and influence them to do it. But it's gonna be up to them to make that change. It ain't nothing you can do. You can just tell them the benefits But guess what? If they're not ready to make that change, we can talk to the lights.
I agree. I agree. I just don't like us blaming the black man for what black women do. That's all. If a black man does something wrong, blame him. But don't blame him if women are responsible for this, but we're still going to find a way to blame the black man.
That's not true. I said so what we got to do is, if there's something that a black woman did single-handedly without the help of a black man, then we can say black women this, like you were saying, the obesity. Sure, that's an individual thing, right? We can blame a person for that. We can see it, we need to do better, blame a person. But when two people are engaging in something together, then that's two people that made that happen. One person cannot make that happen. It's impossible. One cannot do without the other. So that's when we say, okay, it's both men and women. They both had different jobs in it, but together that they both need to be held responsible. And there's some things
but the black woman needs to take more care, because you could be hurting yourself if it doesn't work out with another partner, because another guy may care about you having a baby.
But the problem is, Caesar, I've been on other podcasts and women say it like this: the army can't even vet people perfectly. So how are you expecting a woman to vet this guy and he's going to be a perfect guy?
Get married. It's easy. Get married first.
Black men don't get married.
And even if they did, so this is the thing. Even if you have a person who is not the perfect partner, it's men who are in marriages ain't doing the right thing, right? So if he can be that way in a marriage. So, but the thing about it is, I will say we need to go back to letting our father, like everybody on here said they were raised by their father. Go back to letting our fathers, our family, people who have our best interests at heart, vet for us. Because sometimes we so love is blind, we don't see it. But I trust me, an elder or somebody in your family, somebody who has your best interest at heart, is probably gonna see it. Somebody you could confide in, you trust to make that judgment for you. So I think that we do need to move to doing that more often. Men need to, and sometimes men can point out their man. Women can see a fake woman from a mile away, like, look at here, something about her, you're my grandma, be like, look, something about her ain't, and we don't listen, but we have to go back to listening. Because sometimes they telling us and we just not listening.
But remember what I said earlier, only one group is saying they don't need their man. Black women, there is a whole movement. Black women are saying this.
None of that.